Some tractors were built to farm, others were built to break the rules. Today we're diving into the strangest corner of agricultural history. Machines so bizarre, so over-engineered, or so extreme that they look more like science experiments than tractors. From six-wheeled monsters to land-destroying giants, these machines pushed engineering beyond common sense. Get ready, because these are 9 bizarre tractors you won't believe actually existed. Number 9. Ford Doodlebug. The Ford Doodlebug is one of the strangest contradictions in agricultural history. It was never an official Ford tractor, never assigned a model number, and never built in a factory. Yet during the Great Depression and World War II, these machines appeared on farms all across the United States. With purpose-built tractors scarce and expensive, farmers turned to what they had, old Ford Model T and Model A cars, and transformed them into working farm machines. From a technical standpoint, no two Doodlebugs were the same. Builders stripped away the car body, shortened the chassis, reinforced the frame, and fitted oversized rear tractor tires. Power came from the original Ford gasoline engines, paired with automotive transmissions. In a brilliant example of grassroots engineering, some builders even reversed the differential, effectively gaining additional forward and reverse gears. An ingenious solution born from necessity. By modern standards, a Doodlebug's power output was modest, but it was more than capable of light plowing, hauling trailers, and basic field work. What truly makes the Ford Doodlebug bizarre isn't just its mismatched proportions, exposed mechanical parts, or awkward stance. It's the fact that every single one was unique. Each machine reflected the skills, materials, and imagination of its creator. The Ford Doodlebug wasn't designed by engineers or marketers. It was built by farmers solving real problems. And that raw, unstandardized ingenuity is exactly why this non-existent tractor earns its place among the most bizarre machines ever to work the land. Number 8. Halftrack Fordson. The Halftrack Fordson is strange because it was never supposed to look this way. It wasn't designed as a crawler, and it wasn't meant to be a hybrid. In reality, it started life as a mass-produced Fordson tractor, most often a Fordson Model N or Fordson Major, before being modified with a half-track conversion kit sold separately by third-party companies, most famously roadless traction Lautiti. The modification completely changed how the tractor worked. The front axle and rubber steering wheels remain untouched, preserving simple, familiar steering. But at the rear, the standard drive wheels were removed and replaced with a track drive system using rubber or steel tracks. This configuration dramatically increased tractive efficiency while lowering ground pressure, allowing the tractor to operate in mud, soft fields, snow, and waterlogged soil where wheeled tractors quickly fail. Roadless traction claimed that the linked rubber track system produced a ground contact area equal to a wheel nearly 20 feet in diameter, delivering far superior grip compared to conventional tires. Unlike full crawler tractors, which required complex clutch and brake steering systems, the half-track Fordson remained easy to drive, using a standard steering wheel and front axle. What makes this tractor truly bizarre is its improvised hybrid nature. It's neither a true crawler nor a normal wheel tractor. Visually, it looks unbalanced. Small front wheels paired with a bulky industrial track assembly at the rear, giving it an almost experimental appearance. Widely used in the 1940s and 1950s, especially during and after World War II, the half-track Fordson represents a clever workaround to real-world farming challenges. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't factory-built, but its half-wheeled, half-track design secured its place among the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 7. Ransoms MG2. At first glance, the Ransoms MG2 looks almost comical. It's so small that many people mistake it for a child's toy or a machine that couldn't possibly do real work. But appearances are deceiving. Built by Ransoms, Sims and Jeffries in Ipswich, England, and produced from 1936 to 1948, the MG2 was a true track tractor, engineered for serious agricultural tasks in tight spaces. Power came from a Sturmey Archer single-cylinder gasoline engine. either the T or TB model. Displacing 600 cubic centimeters and producing just 6 horsepower, the air-cooled engine featured a dry sump lubrication system with a separate oil tank, an advanced design more commonly found in motorcycles than farm equipment. That engine fed into an ultra-simple transmission offering 1 forward gear and 1 reverse, both limited to a top speed of about 2 miles per hour. A centrifugal clutch, engaging at roughly 500 ERPM, connected the gearbox to a 4-to-1 reduction drive, delivering steady, controlled torque. Instead of wheels, the MG2 used patented rubber tracks developed by Roadless Traction Ltd, each just 6 inches wide. Steering was handled by twin hand levers, operating band brakes on the track drive shafts. Classic crawler tractor logic, scaled down to miniature proportions. Designed for market gardens, orchards, and small holdings, it minimized soil compaction while delivering impressive pulling power. Despite its size, the MG2 could operate plows, cultivators, and even a small dozer blade. With motorcycle engineering, crawler traction, and a body barely larger than a wheelbarrow, the Ransoms MG2 wasn't just small, it was unbelievably strange. And that's exactly why it earns its place among the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 6. Massie Harris GP. When the Massie Harris GP appeared in 1930, it didn't just look different. It challenged everything farmers thought a tractor should be. Built at Massie Harris's Racine, Wisconsin factory from 1930 to 1936, the GP was the company's first fully in-house tractor design and one of the world's first mass-produced four-wheel drive tractors. Power came from a Hercules inline 4-cylinder gasoline engine, displacing 3.7 liters and liquid-cooled for sustained fieldwork. Output was rated at approximately 15 drawbar horsepower and 22 belt horsepower, delivered through a 3-speed transmission with 1 reverse. What made that power unusual was how it reached the ground. All 4 wheels were driven all the time. The GP's design was radically symmetrical. Instead of small front wheels and large rears, it ran 4 equal-sized 38-inch wheels, paired with an exceptionally high 30-inch ground clearance, allowing it to straddle row crops with ease. Steering, however, was where things became truly strange. Rather than conventional steering geometry, the GP relied on independent braking of the differentials, enabling the tractor to pivot in a turning radius of just 6 feet. At a standstill, it couldn't be steered at all. Even more bizarre was an optional remote control system. Using extended cables or ropes, an operator could sit on the implement behind the tractor and control the GP from a distance, turning a one-man job into something that normally required 2 people. Only about 3,000 units were ever built. Though some criticized its modest drawbar power compared to 2-wheel drive rivals, the Massie Harris GP remains a machine far ahead of its time. Bold, unconventional, and unmistakably bizarre. Number 5. Mureh Hill 171. The Mureh Hill 171 doesn't look like a conventional farm tractor, and that's because it wasn't built like one. Produced in Gloucester, England from the late 1970s, the 171 was a heavy-duty 4-wheel drive tractor designed by Mureh Hill Engineers Ltd, a company best known for construction machinery and radical tractor conversions. At the time, it was among the most powerful tractors ever built in the UK. At its heart sat a massive Perkins 5.8 diesel engine, producing around 180 horsepower, an enormous figure for a British agricultural tractor of that era. Power was routed through a heavily modified Ford 5000 transmission, enhanced by Mureh Hill with a custom transfer box and a front axle drive shaft to create permanent 4-wheel drive. The result was a rugged drivetrain offering 10 forward gears, built purely for pulling power. The design was unapologetically industrial. The 171 used a rigid frame chassis with 4 equal-sized wheels, often fitted with 18.4 by 15 by 34 agricultural tires, and weighed roughly 6,350 kilograms. The cab sat high above the ground, giving the tractor a towering, blocky silhouette that felt closer to heavy construction equipment than traditional farm machinery. What makes the Mureh Hill 171 truly bizarre is its Frankenstein engineering philosophy. Perkins power, Ford components, and Mureh Hill's own custom drivetrain were combined into a single machine. Effective, but highly unconventional. While its drawbar traction was legendary, its PTO output was relatively weak, with power losses through the complex transmission. A strange flaw for such a muscular tractor. Built for massive plows, heavy trailers, and industrial work, the Mureh Hill 171 was raw, brutal, and unforgettable. It wasn't elegant, it was intimidating. And that sheer mechanical excess is exactly why it earns its place among the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 4. Antonio Curraro Mac 4R. The Antonio Curraro Mac 4R doesn't roll across the land, it grips it. Designed for terrain that defeats conventional tractors, the Mac 4R is a highly specialized machine built to operate on steep slopes, mud, snow, and fragile soil where wheels simply don't work. Power comes from a Kubota 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel, a 3,769 cubic centimeters, 16-valve engine producing 74.2 horsepower, 54.6 kilowatts. That power is managed through a fully synchronized 32-speed transmission, offering 16 forward and 16 reverse gears, paired with a synchronized shuttle for seamless direction changes under load. What truly sets the Mac 4R apart is its quad-track drive system. Instead of wheels, it runs on 4 independent rubber tracks, each constantly in contact with the ground. Combined with Antonio Curraro's Actio oscillating chassis and articulated steering, the tractor achieves extraordinary stability and an incredibly tight turning radius, even in confined spaces. Despite weighing around 3,150 kilograms in open station form, ground pressure is astonishingly low, less than a human footprint, roughly 3 psi. This makes the Mac 4R ideal for orchards and vineyards where soil compaction can damage root systems. Even more bizarre, this fully tracked tractor is road legal, capable of traveling at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Add the Rev Guide system, RGS, which allows the operator station to rotate 180 degrees in seconds, and the Mac 4R becomes a bidirectional machine built for extreme versatility. It looks unconventional, moves unnaturally, and works where others fail. And that's exactly why the Antonio Curraro Mac 4R earns its place among the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 3. Fowler Gyroiller. The Fowler Gyroiller wasn't designed to prepare soil, it was built to destroy it. Developed in the late 1920s by John Fowler and Company. Of Leeds, England, a company famous for steam engines and road rollers, the Gyroiller was a radical diesel crawler created for one purpose: turn raw wilderness into farmland in a single pass. Early Gyroillers were powered by enormous Ricardo gasoline engines, producing up to 225 horsepower, later replaced by more efficient Mahan or Fowler Sanders diesel engines rated between 150 and 170 horsepower. Smaller variants also existed with outputs of 30, 40, and 80 horsepower, but the philosophy remained the same: overwhelming force. The machine rode on crawler tracks, spreading its immense weight and reducing ground pressure to around 12 pounds per square inch. What made the Gyroiller truly bizarre was mounted at the rear: 2 massive rotary tillers spinning in opposite directions. Instead of pulling a plow, the machine worked like an industrial grinder, chewing through heavy clay, roots, scrub, and compacted soil. The rotating drums could till the ground to depths of 12 to 20 inches, processing land at roughly 1 acre per hour. The results were shocking. Fields emerged fully cultivated after a single pass, but so soft that people claimed you could sink knee-deep just by walking across them. Early versions even used a small front guide wheel in addition to tracks, giving the Gyroiller an awkward, almost unbalanced appearance. Used for land reclamation, wartime soil recovery in Britain, and sugar plantations in the West Indies, the Fowler Gyroiller was brutally effective and brutally extreme. It blurred the line between farm tractor and earth-moving machine, And that uncompromising, almost violent approach to agriculture is exactly why it earns its place among the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 2. Schlutoter Profi-Track 5000 TVL. In the early 1980s, German manufacturer Schlutoter KG Landmaschinenfabrik decided that powerful wasn't enough. What they built instead was the Profi-Track 5000 TVL, a tractor so extreme it felt closer to heavy industry than agriculture. At its heart sat a colossal MAN V12 diesel engine, displacing an astonishing 21.6 liters and producing 500 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful agricultural tractors on Earth at the time. This wasn't just raw power, it was engineered dominance. The 5000 TVL featured full-time four-wheel drive with 4 equal-sized wheels, a signature Profi-Track layout designed to distribute torque evenly and maintain traction under immense load. Its massive reinforced chassis pushed the tractor to a dry weight of around 18 tons, climbing past 20 tons when fueled and ballasted with water-filled tires. Designed for industrial-scale farming, the 5000 TVL was intended to pull gigantic plows across vast fields in Eastern Europe or the American Midwest, places where field sizes measured in horizons, not hectares. But its sheer scale made it wildly impractical for normal agriculture. Seeing one in operation was shocking. A perfectly balanced machine, yet impossibly large, moving with slow, unstoppable authority. What truly makes the Profi-Track 5000 TVL bizarre is its excess. 500 horsepower was absurd for its era, rivaling military vehicles and small locomotives. Only a handful were ever built, as production costs soared and demand remained microscopic. In a cruel twist, this engineering masterpiece became part of the story that led to Schluter's collapse. A symbol of ambition pushed too far. The Schlutoter Profi-Track 5000 TVL wasn't just a tractor, it was German engineering without restraint. And that's exactly why it earns its place near the top of the most bizarre tractors you won't believe exist. Number 1. Fent Tricex. Unveiled at Agritechnica 2007, the Fent Tricex wasn't just another tractor. It was a warning shot from the future. Built by Fent AGCO as a fully functional concept, Tricex shattered every expectation of what an agricultural machine should look like. Its name came from its most shocking feature: 6 driven wheels arranged across 3 axles, all working together in permanent all-wheel drive. Powering this giant was a 12-liter MAN inline 6 diesel, delivering an incredible 540 horsepower. But raw power wasn't enough. Fent engineered something unheard of: 2 Vario CVT transmissions working in parallel, distributing torque seamlessly to all 6 wheels. The result was a machine capable of reaching 60 kilometers per hour on public roads, despite a massive 7.6-meter length and a dry weight of around 19 tons. The chassis was pure science fiction. Each axle featured hydro-pneumatic suspension, with the front and rear axles actively steerable, either together or independently. The center axle remained fixed, giving the Tricex astonishing stability, a surprisingly tight turning radius, and ultra-low ground pressure thanks to 6 evenly loaded contact points. Designed for mega farms and high-speed contractors, Tricex promised faster fieldwork, rapid road travel, and minimal soil compaction, all in one machine. Yet this brilliance made it bizarre. No production run ever followed. With an estimated price near £400,000, the world simply wasn't ready. The Fent Tricex remains a legend. Not because it failed, but because it proved how far tractor engineering could go. A 6-wheeled giant from a future that never arrived. These tractors weren't just tools. They were bold experiments, built by engineers willing to challenge every limit of size, power, and design. Some were too extreme to survive, some were too advanced for their time, and others became legends that reshaped agricultural engineering forever. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy bizarre machines like these, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next incredible story from the world of heavy machinery.